How's it going, y'all? Today, we're going to be taking a look at the hospital from Eyes, the horror game. This is a map available for download on mod.io for Bonelab, and it was uploaded by the Tamir. Eyes is an older horror game. I first played it probably around 2014 or 2015 on iOS. And so I remember I remember playing the game, although admittedly, I don't remember the map. Now, looking at the mod.io file, it seems this is a multi-tiered map. And I was also recommended that I bring a flashlight. So let me grab that. Oh. As I said, it's been over a decade now, well over a decade since I last played Eyes. So I'll be interested to see. I hear some of these, yes, some of these doors are physics. I'll be interested to see what this has to offer. But I'm already loving the vibe because it's really giving early graphics. What's funny, too, that I really want to point out is that we often describe things as being PS1 or PS2 graphics, but I'm less and less, I'm beginning to not associate these graphics any longer with those consoles. I'm now associating those graphics with indie horror games. It's almost taken up its own genre. We've exhausted the idea of old consoles and their graphics to where now it's its own entity, its own being. Let me know what you think about that. Where does this go? Is this a bathroom? Yes. Are these cafe doors? Do they swing both ways? They do. Okay. Yucky. I am liking the mood, though, and it has a good atmosphere. Oh, I can feel I'm already getting tangled up in my link cable. I've got great Wi-Fi, but I don't trust it enough to do an air link. Can I pick that up? I can. If I just break the ambiance. Oh, didn't shatter. So this goes downstairs. So we will continue checking this level. I think it said there is a hospital section, or I mean a morgue section. There's a basement. There's the lobby entrance area. And this is also interesting. I think it's just a wall. Oh, but the rushing ambiance. An old boiler. Oh, goodness. Ooh. It's a little jarring to enter a room in. Ah, my vase friends are here. I do love the graphics, though. I don't think graphics need to be super realistic to tell a story. Point made. My goodness. And there are indeed some props from Bonelab in this. It's like I can hear mice scampering around. And this also goes down. So Why don't we go down first, and then we can go up? Wow. Look at that. Quite the ambiance. Ooh. Nice thick atmosphere. So we've made it down to the morgue. Take a nice shower. Me and the boys hanging out, taking showers. Now, because it's been so long since I've played Eyes, I really don't remember the gameplay. I remember the logo, though. I remember it very well, because I remember it stuck with me for some time in that same painting. And is it just me, or did the ambiance change when we got down here? Oh, I hate the auto sprint. Oh, there are bodies. They're tiny, too. Take a little bit more look. Can I open that? Oh gosh, we can. I think it was Suburb House. Or there was a suburb map where in the top bedroom that we did, where in the top bedroom there was a body on the floor draped over. Oh, and this one's not even aligned. Oh, hold on, I'm slipping out of my boundary. And it felt so strange. It felt eerie being in the same room as a body, even though it wasn't real, and it was actually quite low poly. This one didn't even get put down right. Oh, but they're so tiny. It's just a grim reminder of our own mortality and of what we become once we're done. Wow. To occupy a place that just has this in the bottom floor. I mean, hospitals naturally do. Someone upstairs trying to get well. Meanwhile, someone who has lost their battle is in the basement. Such an eerie thought. Something that I've never really thought about. And these dividing walls, I hate them so much. These random lockers strewn about. I assume this goes back to the other side of the staircase, seeing as we've seen the entire... that same painting. Yes. So now we can go to the top floor, which I believe is the last one. Oh, but it's so strange. Alright, let's go up. Oh, they're mice. Same painting. Oh, don't put me in the middle. I hate it when this happens. When they put you in the middle of a hallway, so you're not actually protected. You could be attacked by both sides. You just have to figure out which side you don't want to be attacked from. Because ultimately you'll have to turn your back on a direction. Oh man, to be in a hospital like this. I've only ever had to be in the hospital once, and that was when I broke my arm around age 7 or 8. And I never had to share a room. I always thought that was just something they did in movies. I didn't realize it was an actual thing. But it was verified by my dad, who I believe did have to share a room. So he broke his leg when he was about the same age, actually. Oh, there's a hole in the geometry. Huh. Is this a big circle? Gonna end up getting lost. I don't know where to go. Where I've been, where I haven't. The old ways of illuminating rooms, just 2 lights. It's so strange. Then again, we're so used to flooding areas with light. With recessed lighting and LEDs and such. I think we've already been in there. Which we have. And our doors again. A map like this would be... Oh, I'm beginning to hate that painting. A map like this would be very interesting. Would be really cool to do like Call of Duty Zombies in. Of course, it'd need to be a little bit more roundabout than have these locked off sections that are held together with only one staircase. Or I guess the basement's held together with 2. It's a European exit sign. And there's not a lot to this map, obviously. This is a shorter one. But it's very nice, and I love maps like this. I wish the atmosphere was a little bit thicker. And what I mean by that is the storytelling potential. Because right now, it feels like... It feels like an environment that wants you to be scared by it. Now, I will be the first one to say that is definitely doable. You can definitely be scared by an environment alone, and frankly, a lot of maps that we've done have had that. But more often than not, there are elements within those environments that tell a story, or at least hint at a story. I think back to that same map I referenced, where we found a body in the top room. That map told a story. Oh, I hate seeing these. But that map told a story within itself that someone had had their life taken from them in the comfort of their own home. Whereas here, nothing is out of the ordinary, and I think the extraordinary nature of a map is what really sets it apart. This just feels like what I would imagine wandering around a hospital at night would. But that other map had the strength of putting unnatural things in places where they didn't belong. So I guess you could say a word to the wise. If you want to create something that is genuinely scary and unsettling, you need to make sure that you're incorporating that unnatural behavior of your map or of your mod. Like this right here, as unsettling as this is, it doesn't feel so extraordinary and so unnatural that I would wonder why they're here. This simply feels like someone, granted in a mediocre manner, wrapped up for the day and went home after a day working in the morgue. It's unsettling, but it's not necessarily unnatural or horrifying. It's uncomfortable, but it's not uncanny. it feels at home with the environment. Now, if you found a child's playset or Legos down here, that would be more scary. Or rather, more unsettling. Things that shouldn't go together. The activity of children playing in an environment where people who have passed on and what they've left behind is stored away. Up above, a place where life is sought to be rescued. And just above that, another place where people simply reside as they seek to heal. Most unaware of the fact that just a story or two below them lies the remains of those who didn't survive their trip here. It's a reminder of the reality that we live in, a reminder of our mortality. I enjoy this map. I do. But I would love to see it expanded upon. But let me know what you think. If you'd like to play this map, I'll put a link to it in the description below. I'll even put a link to the original game in the description if you'd like to play that as well. And if you'd like to support me, there will be a link for that in the description. And if you'd like to recommend me video ideas, you can put those in the comments below, and I'd be happy to consider them. I enjoyed this, and I'm happy that I found this because I think this is a really cool map that really demonstrates at least a portion of what we're looking for in these maps. The power of an atmosphere. I just hope that we can find more maps that push that even further. But until we find it, and until that video, y'all take care.